Okay, got it.
So it didn't let me tag you. So can you go to my page?
Let me see if hold on 2 seconds.
Hold
Yep,
on,
it's-
everybody. Let's see here. Let me try to. I'll go there too and try to share it with you. Hold on, everybody. Here, I got you now. It's going to send to you. I'll go there too and try to share it with you. You see it, Benny?
Yep, I'm sharing it right now.
Super duper.
Super duper.
No rush. Yeah, I'm retired. I could do this all day.
I'm not retired. I'm working.
Well, I'm retired from my day job. Let's put it that way. Banking. Who wouldn't want to be retired? There ain't no ethics in banking no more.
Yeah.
Well,
we're running out of ethics in everything.
We are. Oh my God, what happened to people?
I don't know.
You guys, welcome to Comic Spot. I know a lot of you come by and lurk after the fact. It's cool. I'm not putting any shame out. But today, see, the thing about Comic Spot, if I can for a second, Benny.
What's up?
This was started so I could have legends on here. People that are kicking it across the country, across the world.
Wow.
Today you got that. You don't have to put up with a beginner who's never been on stage yet.
Well, are you calling me a legend?
Yes.
Wow.
You're a legend. Yes, you are.
I humbly accept that.
Oh my gosh, you have followers that actually come to your shows to see you.
No, you don't know. I actually pay them to come to my show.
I know people that do that.
It's all a Ponzi scheme.
Well, I want to be in your downline. I would rather join Benny Pitt's club than Amway. Just saying. That's right. Well, anyway, let me get into the intro. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Let's do it.
All right. Benny Pitt started his comedy career in 2013.
Wow, that's
Do
a
you
long time
realize
ago.
how long ago that was?
I was like, you know, the crazy thing about that, I was the same height. I didn't grow it up.
Oh my gosh. He started it in Atlanta, Georgia. Hot spot. And Atlanta is now one of the most popular comedy towns. And Benny had a very bumpy beginning. He started and we got to get into that. But once he got going, he got the ball rolling. That's exactly what he did. In 2015, this man, Benny Pitt, won. He won a nationwide talent search at the world famous Stardom, landing him Best of Birmingham. I know none of you else out there have had the Best of Birmingham. With this exposure, after several music video appearances, skits, and original radio show called The Pit Stop, which I actually watched or saw, or whatever you want to call it, viewed it. He became Atlanta's 2006 Comedian of the Year. Let me repeat, underscore 2016. Atlanta, hotspot, Comedian of the Year. Yeah, that trumps New York and the Trump Tower. Oh my God. And it landed him a gig as an MC at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. He got to tour with the likes of Steve Brown, Ricky Smiley, and the official host of the Mama D Tour. August 27th, Benny Pitt produces his very first comedy album called Being Benny, the Pawn Turned King. And here he is today, your new friend and my friend in real life, Benny Pitt.
Listen, I'm telling you, Barbara Walters has a run for her money because you killed that intro.
Thank you.
Yeah, bump 2020. Linda 4040. I'm
Oh
humble.
my
Thank you so much.
God. Thank
Thank you.
you for being here. I want the people that come on here, I want them to get to know you off stage a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit. And
Okay.
with that in mind, I know you were once born and raised.
Well, I was born. I wasn't raised. I don't know if you can tell. I wasn't born, but I was raised.
So let's talk about where you
Let's
grew
go.
up, what it was like getting into school. When did you find you're funny?
Wow, it's funny you said that. I've just went home for the first time after a decade. Saw my mom and my dad. That was a really bumpy ride, and we'll get there.
Okay.
I'm the middle child out of 14 children.
Wow.
Same mom, same dad. Yep.
Wow.
My dad pullout game was weak. like Linda, he can get you pregnant through a text message.
Give him my number. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
No, he was sure. He was sure love to have it. So I'm I call myself the middle child. I'm number 6 out of 14. That's my lucky number, number 6.
Wow.
So it was 5 boys, 9 girls. 4 bunk beds in the girls' rooms, 3 bunk beds in the boys' rooms, 3 bedroom, 1 bath. We grew up like the children of the corn. Little house on the prairie. One thing we didn't have was a lot of money, but one thing I grew up in a household with a lot of love. My brother, even to this day, my brothers and sisters had each other back. We call ourselves the Pitts Dynasty. It's Pitts over everything. And that's why everything for me is pit stop, Pitts this, pit stop. It's an honor to come from where I come from family, love, and, because of my religious background, I left the tribe because my parents was very religious. And, my dad was an actor growing up. He went to the School of Juilliard Arts, and he studied with Eric LaSalle from the black guy from Coming to America.
Oh.
But my dad had these dreams and aspirations of being this great actor, and I don't fault him at all. He gave up his dreams he gave his life to God and raised 14 kids. So now I'm out here, the king of carnality, living that dream for him. I said, I got you, Dad. A whole lot of liquor and white women. As you can see, Linda. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
After that intro, I might not pull out.
I hope not. Oh my gosh. So you grew up in what particular city?
I grew up in Miami, Florida. I'm sorry to say that. So Miami, Florida. My dad is from Connecticut. My mom is from Haiti. So I'm half Haitian. Miami, Florida. It was so crazy because everybody in the neighborhood knew our house. It was like, that's the house with all the kids. Look at the house with all the kids. And after the kids would come out, after like the 8th kid came out, they was like, y'all got more kids in there? So
oh my God.
A lot of love. My sisters cook, clean. It was always a party going on at our house. People in the church used to come over. My dad's favorite saying was, there's always room at the Pitts house. So we always had pizza night, board games, Scrabble, and my parents and them do it to this day. So, I left home, I think around like 18, 19, I moved to Atlanta. I didn't even know, I was the class clown. So we did go to school, but it was like a church school. So all the kids are like in uniforms and everybody's preppy. And I come in with a backward jersey that says crisscross on it and a headband, Laker jersey. I was just always different. Me and my boy, Kid Mike, who's a rapper coming out of Miami, we used to go in class and we used to freestyle. We used to rap and we got beat every day. From every class, we got beat and then you got told on. They used to send notes home to my mom. Matter of fact, if it didn't hit like 2 or 3 during the day, my mom didn't get a call from like one of the sisters in the church, she would She would be like, is everything okay? She would call up and be like, is Ben okay? So always a troublemaker, you know, a rebel without a cause, just doing what I want to do. Always truth speaker, spoke my mind, and just, you know, just the one out of the group that's like, I'm gonna do me. You feel me? So.
And that's so true, because I've seen you perform twice at Extreme Comedy Club in Vegas and at the Notoriety Club, Laugh After Dark. You kill on stage.
Man, thank you so much.
Murdered the place.
Really? Thanks so. I appreciate it. I do
Everybody
believe
in America needs to book you.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
I'll give you 10%. If you can get that going, I'll give you 10%. We'll talk after the podcast.
Oh my gosh.
I try to leave it all. I try to leave it all up there. Definitely get that from my dad. He say either be good or be good at it. So if you're gonna do it, do it 100%. Dance, sing, rap, clap your hands. Go up there. You know, the people put on good clothes, and they pay money to go see a show. Give them a show, and that's what I believe in. That's
so fabulous. I love that. What my shtick is, I wear prom gowns when I perform.
Nice. Linda, I have to come check you out.
And hooker heels.
Listen, I love the role play. I love the role play.
Who isn't into role playing? You know, get out. Well, anyway, so you started in school being a rebel rouser, doing your own thing?
I was like the only kid in there bringing like rap. It was rap cassettes to school, and me and my boy Kid Mike would be listening to rap, Tupac. I'm talking about like 8, 9 years old. So I've always knew what I wanted to do. I always knew I wanted to do radio. I didn't know stand-up comedy was something you practiced and honed and something you worked on. But I do know, man, my dad was a huge comedy fan. So I remember sitting at his bedside while Bigger and Blacker came out. Chris Rock, Bigger and Blacker. I think I was 6, 7 years old. HBO come across the screen. And I just saw Chris Rock up there in a shiny leather jacket cussing. And I said, that's what I want to do. I want to say what the fuck I want to say. And Martin Lawrence, Kevin, the older I got, and you know, growing up, all of us, we always watched Fresh Prince, Martin Lawrence, Jamie Foxx. I grew up on 90s television, and it molded me. I'm a product of that. I'm a 90s baby. I'm 1990. I am a product of 90s. I'm talking about a different world, the Cosby Show, you know, the list goes on. And, you know, I didn't know I was grooming myself to be an entertainer. I knew I wanted to do radio. So I left home at 19, packed up all my stuff. I was working at Foot Locker, packed up all my stuff. My dad was like, well, if you want to do that and be of the world, go of the world. I said, all right, nigga, I'll see you later. The world is calling me. So, packed up all my stuff. It's so
cool that they were uber religious, yet they were supportive of you doing something out of the box.
Yeah, they respected it. They respected it, and now, and I'm gonna get back to that later on when I touch down to and went in to visit them. Went to Atlanta, moved in with my Uncle Fred, my Aunt Linda, and I was working at Red Lobster, and I just used to work at the takeout window, and I used to just sit there and rap all day. And the girls used to come, and I'm not the most handsomest guy in the world, but
yes, you are.
I used to make the girls laugh, and I had all the little girls at Red Lobster like me, and the cooks in the back couldn't believe it. They was like, "How do y'all like this little nigga?" The most prettiest girls. It was like, I think I like Benny, and then you know, I always had a lot of personality, and but I'd never forget. It was a girl. She said, "Benny, you have a gift. You need to make people laugh. You need to use it." I was like, "Wow, I want to do radio. I want to get into radio." So I tried to intern for the radio station. And back then, I'm saying back then like I'm old, but this is 13 years ago. You had to be in college to intern at the radio station. And I never went to college. So I didn't know how to get into radio. I did this play just to try to, because I'm feeling all this, man, I'm an entertainer. How do I go? All this in me. So it was this guy, he did a church play. And I did the church play with him, and I'm making everybody laugh and this and this and that. And then everybody on the bus was like, yo, you're funny as hell. You need to do stand-up. And I was like, I thought people that do stand-up, I didn't know Martin Lawrence work 10, 15 years to put out a special or, to get on stage. I thought people just was funny and they just go on stage and be funny. They said, no, man, you got to go open mic. There's this, that. You got to hone it. I was like, all right. So they gave me Cat's Cafe in Atlanta. I went to Cat's Cafe. Carlos Miller, who's on Wild 'N Out and on 85 South show, they're probably one of the biggest comedians in the world right now, was hosting. And I'm looking at all these celebrities, Rodney Perry, Carlos Miller, Clayton English. It was unbelievable. It was all these people I've seen on TV, I'm looking at them. And I'm like, coming from a kid that came from a church that, you can't listen to secular music. You're not supposed to do that. I mean, we sneaked and watched all the other stuff. But it's like, I'm like, yo, nigga, this is what I want to do. So I went out and bombed. I was bad the first couple of years until I started finding my way. And then it was that Birmingham. I did Birmingham, the best of Birmingham. I was working as a CNA. I was working as a CNA at the time. And I hated my job, but I was taking care of a guy who was paraplegic and he couldn't speak. So I hate my job, but I love the good that I'm doing. You know what I mean? But yeah. I'm like, yo, I'm like, there's so much more out there for me. And he told me, his family told me, they sat me down and said, you're late every night. You smell like alcohol when you come in. Go chase your dreams. And they let me go respectfully. And that day, Birmingham called and was like, hey, can you come do this competition for $500? I'm like, all right, I can come do it. It was my boy TJ in Atlanta. And it was a young comic. His name was Spot OG. We hopped in my Impala that looked like a police car. That's a whole nother story. We hopped in my Impala, tire top popped on the way there. We go get a $25 used tire. I have $75 to my name. And I'm like, fuck! What am I supposed to do? So we get there. When I walk in the door, it's me, TJ, and Spot OG. When I walk in the door, the lady said, do you want to go first or do you want to go last? I said, yo, I want to go last. I had a day. I just got fired. Tire popped. Stressed out. I don't know where my next dollar coming from. My next check I've been spent already on a cash advance.
Been there.
Been there, done that. I go every comedian. I'm watching every comedian go up. So I'm just in the back. I'm drinking a beer. I'm sitting just like this. I'm watching every comedian go up. And they're ripping. They're killing. At this point, I'm not even thinking about a competition. I'm just like, yo, what the hell am I going to do next week? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So time goes on. They're like, all right, Benny, you next. So TJ goes in the back and be like, yo, Benny, you next. I'm like, man, I don't know. So they say, next comedian we're going to call to the stage, blah, 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 from Atlanta, Georgia, this and that. This is our last comedian of the night. Give it up for Benny Pitts. So I go out, I do my little dance, have a good time. At that moment, I left everything on stage. I said, F it. I'm sorry. I said, F it. I'm going to have fun on stage. I went out there, I rocked out, I had a good time. And listen, I'm telling you, I'm sitting there, winning is not even in my mind. And I do remember when I walked in, I said, TJ, if I win tonight, I'm buying all the comedians Steak and Shake, because Steak and Shake is right across from Stardom. So we're sitting there and they said, they picked winner number 3, winner number 2, winner, they picked, and they said, last but not least, the winner of the night is comedian from Atlanta, Benny. I swear to God, I start jumping up and down. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. They paid me $500. I bought a couple of comedians some Steak and Shake because the rest of them was mad they lost. They were like, we don't want your Steak and Shake. I'm like, all right, cool. More for me. So, man, I went back home. And as I was doing the CNA work, I was also, my side job was taking care of this. I'll never forget, it was his family. You know what I'm saying? I hate using white, black, or that, but it was a Caucasian family at the time. I think I'm like 23 years old. I'm taking care of their uncle at the time. And he lived in a nice condo in Buckhead. I'll never forget, I was telling the guy what I was going through. the nephew, and him and his wife, what I was going through, I was like, yeah, my parents not in my life. I'm just struggling. I'm trying to find my way. And they took me in. He said, what do you want to do with your life? I was like, be a stand-up comedian. They took me in, and I didn't have to pay no rent. He said, chase your dream. Chase your dream. And I start winning competitions, comedian of the year, and it just started coming. So I do want to give a shout out to Kyle Drucker. I'll never forget you. He was an angel. Even when my dad wasn't in my life, he was my father figure. He bought me a car. I was a white kid for about 3 years. Then when I turned 26, he was like, nigga, you gotta go.
What's his name again?
Kyle Drucker.
Kyle Drucker?
Yep.
Wow, thank you, Kyle.
Yeah,
oh my
for about 3 years. So when I turned 26, he was like, yeah, my daughter's about to go to college and you still living here, nigga. Time to go. And I was like, damn. So I experienced growing up in a big family, and I experienced being white. And look, I'm the only young Black kid in this middle-class neighborhood. Everybody has nice lawns, nice grass. It's peaceful outside. They don't lock their doors. Deers is on the front lawn. I'm like, that's why I call myself the fun size Fresh Prince, because I really lived that life.
Wow.
So I've been a Black child. So when you're looking at somebody that's been Black and white.
Oh my gosh.
So that's my story.
My first babysitter happened to be a Black lady. And she had the most religion of any soul on the planet. Mm-hmm. And I grew up in a Jewish family, and my parents would drop us off at Queenie's house. We'd get in there and she'd pray over us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm not religious. I still believe in God. I respect that. I'm not religious. I believe in God, but my mom instilled in me to pray. My prayer life is real. I pray before every show. I pray before everything I do. And I know God. The reason I'm not religious, because I can't tell somebody else their religion is wrong. The God you believe in is the God you believe in. I'm just glad you believe in something. So I don't knock anybody's religion. I believe in God personally. I'm not a religious. I just believe, do good to people and do unto others as you want them to do unto you. And that's how to live my life that way.
I agree with you.
Sometimes I come up short because, And
That's
I'm not talking
the
about
other
hype.
thing. When you tell people that you have a religion, then they weigh out what you do based on what they think you should do. So I like to not even talk about it. But with
that's
you,
why, I like to reach everybody. Somebody was like, yeah, you grew up in the church. Why don't you be a Christian comic? I said, but that will make me a Christian comic. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I'm not a Christian comic. What I am is I'm a person that believes in God. I do believe Jesus is real, but I want to reach everybody. I want to touch everybody. Because if I say I'm a Christian comic, I'm only for the Christian. I'm for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you get into comedy, you win this contest, you start traveling with the likes of Rickey Smiley.
Well, I wasn't on tour with Rickey Smiley. He gave me my first TV credit. I was on tour with Steve Brown. Steve Brown was under Rickey Smiley. So he is a underground legend in the game. Steve Brown taught me a lot. I was on the road with him for 3 years. He taught me a lot. Rickey Smiley, me and his son used to do comedy around the same time, and they gave me my first TV credit. He had a show on TV One called The Real Rickey Smiley Show. And I actually, me and his son was in there. I got my little 15 seconds of fame on TV. So I've been on TV, if that counts for anything.
Yes, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. I'm a fan of Rickey Smiley's.
Oh man, yeah, he's a radio god. He's a radio god for sure.
Yeah. And then you became an MC. Now I forget the details. Tell me about that first MC job you got after.
I always pride myself in being a great MC because my dad was an MC. My dad was master of ceremonies. He used to do the weddings and this and that. So I kind of stole his style, the suits on, so I stole my dad's style. I started MCing at Atlanta Comedy Theater, and and even to this day, I have something called Benny and Friends. So Benny and Friends is a combination of music and comedy. I love music. Music kept me I love music. I love comedy. That kept me. So I just kind of intertwined it a little bit. So I used to do Benny and Friends on Wednesday. I'll never forget. I walked in Atlanta Comedy Theater. I'm with my best friend Fetty, and it's 12 people sitting there. And I go to the owner and I said, "Yo, can you give me this? Because at this time I'm club promote. I'm doing every hustle you could possibly think of. I'm club promoting, I'm working every. So I went to the owner of Atlanta Comedy Theater and said, yo, if you give me this Wednesday, I can turn it into something. And he was like, every comedian says that, Benny. And I said, no, I'm telling you. I said, my best friend is a promoter. I promote at the clubs. I'm cool with all the rappers in the city. We can turn this out. He's like, all right, Benny, you have a month. So the first Wednesday, 10 people show up. The second Wednesday, 15 people show up. The third Wednesday, 20 people show up. The fourth Wednesday, 40 people show up. So he's like, okay, you turn 10 into 40. Okay, all right, you can do your Wednesday. So I cranked up that Wednesday so much. The Wednesday was just as popular as the weekend. So the weekend, Atlanta Comedy Theater would bring all the biggest, we started doing 100 and something people. I got the rappers performing, I got poets performing, I got singers, I got Mama D and everybody coming out, and it just became a popular night. And that's just what I do. I bring that flavor. I'm gonna bring that flavor every time.
Yeah. And you're such a fabulous host.
Oh, thank you so much.
What would you like to say to people who you've seen that don't know how to host? What's one tip you'd like to leave on the planet about hosting? Or
if you don't know how to host, put the mic down.
What?
I said, if you don't know how to host, put the mic down. No, I'm just joking.
Totally.
No, I'm just joking. Interact with the crowd. I treat it like a conversation. People go out there and everybody's different. So people go out there and everybody hosting style is different. I treat it like I'm talking to you right now. How was your day? What did you do today? What do you do for a living? Do you like sex? What's your favorite position? Talk to the people.
I love
Talk to the people. Then get to you. That's how I do it. I come out, clap, I smile, and I'm talking to the people.
That's what I like about you is you come out and you connect with the people before you go into your material.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I try to. What helped me growing up with 13 different personalities. So I had the weirdo sister. I had the brother that was big, and we're wondering, why is he big and all the rest of us small? And I had the brother that was the preacher, and I had, and all the different stuff. And I said that to say, growing up with 13 different personalities helped me just dissect, and I can have a conversation with anybody.
Wow, that really helped you.
Hosting tip, talk to the people, have fun. When you have fun, the people will have fun.
Yes. And don't just come out there and say, welcome, and a little bit about me, you know.
Well, welcome. One thing about me is, my girl just left me. I tend to find out people really don't give a shit what you're going through. You have to win them over, and then you tell them what you're going through. I come out like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Do you sell weed? I'm trying to buy some after the show. You did that? Okay. We got the Real Housewives here. I just talk to the people. And that's just, and you gotta create your own style.
Yes.
Talk to the people, have fun, create your own style.
What's the funniest thing somebody said that you got to play off of when you got up on stage?
Wow. Wow. I do a lot of crowd work.
And I want to ask you that. And I also want to know, how does Benny Pitts read the room? How do you adjust your material based off of what you observe before you go up there? Or do you?
Always. I pace, I walk around. Okay, first question. What's the funniest thing somebody said? I don't know. Every night is different. Every night is crazy. I was making this joke about these dudes looking like R&B singers, and and they said something back, and I went on 7 minutes about them being an R&B group, and it was a callback that just couldn't die. It was a callback that just couldn't die. And that was just like I actually rewatch it, and I was like, and sometimes you rewatch yourself. I hate watching myself, but sometimes you watch, I'm like, God damn, that was funny. And you gotta look at it, it's like, that was good. That one was good. So it was a callback that just never died, and it was like, it was like one of those things of, I called them R&B singers. They yell back, and I just like, all my life, pray for someone, and they're like, I just kept calling it back, and it became my whole set. So that was fun.
Oh,
that was fun, and the best part about that, it got recorded, so I can go back and watch that and look at it and be like, wow, that was fun.
wow.
Yeah.
Last night, John Hilder asked to go up before me at 18 Bin, and he did a joke about Hitler, and all his people now go by the name Smith.
Wow.
And so then I thought, oh, great. Then they're going to call me up as Smith. And the host, Mike Tran, he says, welcome to the stage, Linda Stewart.
That's hilarious.
There goes my joke.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. How did you do?
I did good. I had a couple, I tried to get them to remember what John Hilder said right before I got up there, and they'd already forgotten it. So that was a waste of time.
Oh my God.
Then I just went.
It was straight to your material. How much time you had to do?
I did 5. It was just at the 18 Bin, but I had so much fun because they have a real crowd there. It's not just comics. So
I mean, doing 5 minutes is just so hard because it's just like, you go up there, you're just warming up. And that's why I always hosted rooms, because I would do like 20 minutes up front. So a lot of people be like, oh, we never see you at the open mics. By the time I leave the stage, I've already probably put in an hour in between comics. So I do like 20 up front, 10 minutes in between on my own show. So, because, running, trying to just do a 5 minute, unless they give me 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, then I can really work on some new stuff. But I found like a way when hosting, it's always new. I'm always throwing in new stuff, and in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna see that. You know what I mean? So that was a blessing with me, with always having my own room.
That's the way to do it, because if you're smart as a host, you can triple your material in no time.
Yeah. So the comedy album is coming out. Speaking of material.
Yes, where are you gonna film that?
No, I filmed it already. It's in Birmingham. I got a standing ovation that night, and I put it up. It's gonna be dope. So I had the set, and I got all my close friends telling stories about Benny just being Benny, the pawn turned king. You know what I mean? So just a play on words. So it's just Benny being Benny. So I got all my close friends, a couple of artists, a couple of people that shout out to a Triple OG brand clothing line. This is one of the first clothing line that endorsed me as a comedian. Hold on, let me take my headphones off so you get a good look at it.
I love it.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Street Lotto. I remember I didn't have no clothes, and he laced me with clothes for years. So I'm going back to my roots. I told him I was gonna wear his sweatshirt.
Oh my God, I love you so much.
Yeah, I told him I was gonna wear his sweatshirt to the podcast today. And I always go back to my roots. My close friends, I'm still friends with my childhood friends. My best friend is my manager. I stick with what I know. I'm always to my roots. And then, shout out to Triple OG brand. They endorsed me so much. And Pawn Turned King. I shot it in Birmingham. I got a standing ovation. So it's good.
So your new special that's coming out, it's called The Pawn Turned King?
It's called Being Benny, the Pawn Turned King. So I was a pawn. I've been a pawn in many situations, but little did they know, I was like, I'm finna be the king, nigga. You remember when T.I. said, I'm the king, bitch? Yeah.
Yes.
I knew the crazy thing is why they thought I was the pawn. I knew the whole time I was the king, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
And that's not just in comedy, it's in life. Like the little kid that always, I use jokes. I got picked on because I was short and I was this, but I've always had that gift to gab. You know what I'm saying? And I always had that and make people back off. You know what I mean? I always say what I want. I always say how I feel. It gets me in trouble sometimes, but I have to pay it.
That's where the funny material is. It's in the moment.
It's in the moment, and if I can't be myself, I can't do it. If it's not authentic, I can't do it. So I'm doing. I have to do it my way. I have to do what's good for me. And I'm not no comedy guru or this and this. I just have to tell every comedian, you have to just find your way. It's a comedian I saw the other day. He had the guitar and he's doing his thing. He's funny. You might have a comedian. He might bust a rap before he do it. You might have a comedian say, "Oh, I only do clean." Do what feels good to you. Don't cheat yourself. And I can't cheat myself. I gotta dance. I gotta tap dance. I gotta rap. I gotta. It's a party to me. I'm having a good time. Throw my material in there. That's my therapy, and it comes from when I was a kid in school, and I didn't want to be there, and I felt like I was smarter than the teachers.
Totally.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh, how can I not do my homework?" So I cracked jokes. I cracked jokes for 45 minutes. Okay, we out. Let me crack more jokes. I didn't even know I was working on a set. Let me crack more jokes, and just being funny has got me everything. It's got me women. It's got me opportunities. It's got me a good life. It's got me out of trouble. It's a double-edged sword because people don't take you serious all the time, but it's a double-edged sword. It's just like, all right, you can take me serious or you cannot. But I'm gonna work my blessing to the day I die.
So last night when I got off the stage, a blonde white lady got up to leave, and I thought, oh no, she didn't like it. And she got up to come around and hug me as I was coming off the stage. Mm-hmm. What's the craziest surprise you got from a fan?
Man, this is kind of heartfelt. I had somebody that was going through something. I want to say maybe a family member died of cancer, or he was going through some chemo. And I got off stage. I was doing my Benny Friends in Atlanta, and then I got off stage, and I'm just being me. I'm laughing. I'm hitting the mic on my leg, and I'm just having a good time. And I got off stage, and she was like, "I haven't laughed in so long." I think her mom was battling cancer, this and that. She said, "Thank you so much." And us as comedians, we're doing it for us, but we're doing it for you too. And I think that's kind of worth more than money. You know what I'm saying? When somebody get up there and that's why I just treat my show. It's an event. My show has to be an experience. I need a singer. I need a poet. I need a funny. I want when you come out of a Sin City Sunday or Benny and Friends, you just left church. Yeah, I want to make the soul feel good. And at that moment, I felt like when that lady came in, I felt like I was really using my gift. And it was heartfelt. I think I dropped a tear or something because it was like, wow, you never know what anybody's going through. Yeah. And we so stuck on what we're going through. You think what you're going through is so bad, let somebody tell you what they going through. So I'm gonna take my little I'll be short. Being short ain't that bad.
Have you ever entertained the military?
No, I have not. That's definitely on the bucket list, but I haven't.
You would kill at that. Oh my God, they would love you.
Well, if you have any connects, like I said, I'm offering you 10%.
Johnny Cardinale and Dante Rusciolelli. Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, if you have any connects, send them my way. Yeah, definitely. It's a lot. I've done a lot, but I'm just getting started. I have so much on the bucket list, so I'm just getting started. So I feel like I'm refreshed. I went back home to see my parents. I got the blessing from my dad after 13 years of not talking. My mom saw my mom's face, bought her some flowers, told her it was gonna be all right. And let's go. I got my blessing and I'm good. I feel like I'm ready to take on. I felt like that's when the button. I was all just starting. Now I'm about to put the foot on the gas right now.
Wow, what a great turn of events that is. My daughter hasn't spoke to me in 8 years.
Wow.
And so, that's the day I started comedy, when we went our separate ways. Sometimes it bothers me, but I have to let her have her own path.
I would say this, and only the timing is right. I never knew when it was going to happen. I never thought in a million years that me and my dad would sit face to face and talk like men. And I gave him his props. I said, yo, I wouldn't have this gift if it wasn't for you. So, I said, you're the king. but I'm the king, but you're you're the king. So I'll be the prince. But I said that to say this. It's gonna hit a point, and whatever you do, keep that relationship going. Keep that relationship, because family is everything. That moment I went back home, I felt like I had a home again. I felt like I had a purpose again. And I've always felt like I always knew my purpose, but it all made sense. It all made sense. So if you could do, I don't know, the timing got to be right. You know, I can't say that, but I'm gonna speak that in existence to you. You and your daughter is gonna talk again. We breaking barriers over here.
Yes. What is it that when will you know that you have done everything you want to do in comedy?
Probably when I die.
Good answer.
You'll know. You'll know. I don't know. I'm enjoying the journey, but I think you'll know. I think you'll know. You know, everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? You know when he's like, I've done. But I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface yet. I feel like the world has not even tapped in to Benny Pitts yet. And this is my first comedy album that I'm putting out. And this is just me saying, hey, I have a voice. And now it's, you know, all the blessings are going to come after that. You know what I mean?
Yes. Where can people view your special?
Well, I'm dropping it on all platforms right now. It's still it's dropping on August 27th. So I'm still, you know, getting the engineering in it, getting it right, playing the playbacks, getting little drops from my friends. So it's gonna be on everything: Spotify, Pandora, all platforms. So August 27th. I am Black, so I might be late. So it might be August 29th. But no, everything will be done. It was just one of those sets where I said, it was one of those ones where it was unbelievable. And that was the first time I ever got a standing ovation. And I was like, okay, I gotta show the world this one. And I got my friends on there, and it's just me being me, man. I don't even look at it like I'm some entertainer. I just be me. And that's the best thing I can give you, just me. You know what I mean?
Yes, and you really are authentically who you are.
Thank you so much.
Of all the people I've met, you are just you. And it makes you so special.
Thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate you.
The second there's two people in 70 years, I've met three people who I adored the minute I locked eyes. Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, okay.
You can see the ocean in his eyes. His soul is clear.
Wow.
And then you and Steve Marshall in New York. The minute I saw him, he's so non-traditional on stage. He runs around the room, you know, doesn't use the microphone. He's non-traditional.
I love that. I love that. And I love comedy, and everybody has their style of comedy, but I like a person that goes against the grain. I've always been a rebel without a cause. So I want to see you. I want to see you, you know, and that's just me. I love to sit there. Now, Dave Chappelle is the GOAT. I love to sit down and listen to Materia, and I love to sit down and listen to Chris Rock. And I love the fact that Cat Williams just kind of did it his way. And Kevin Hart is probably the greatest storyteller of all time. Find your way. And once you find your way, it's just like, it's so beautiful. And I'm still finding my way. So this is my first comedy album. As I grow, and as I grow as a person, as a son, as a friend, as whatever I am, a male gigolo, I'm a grow and being a better comedian. And I was always rushing, because you look at the greats and you want to rush. Man, the journey is more beautiful than the destination. So I'm kicking it. I do want to give a shout out to a young comedian in Las Vegas, Coda Bon Hankovich.
Yes, Coda.
So I've seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of greatness in my time. The moment, like you said, you looked at me. You know who has it. The moment I seen that kid and the material and the things that was coming out of his mouth, I said, this boy is a star.
Don't hold him back. Let him go.
I don't drop names. I don't do the drama thing, but I had a person was like, oh, I don't want him on my show, and I don't like this. I said, do not hold that man back. Do not hold him. Let him say it. And I love it. His grandparents come to the show, and his mom is there. And if comedy is not real, then it's not. If it's not real, then it's not comedy. That's what makes it fun. It has to be a little. You have to be like, I can't believe he said that. Then that's comedy. Because it's life. It's looking at life like, did you just see what the fuck he said? Like kind of like 13 years after me and my dad spoke, and it was a beautiful moment. And he's like, yeah, for years I called you and your brother a dog. I'm no longer gonna call you a dog. And we kind of just gazed in each other's eyes for a long time. And my mom looked at me and she was like, are you about to cry? And I was like, no. I was like, do you want a Klondike bar for that? and we laughed about it. Do you want a Happy Meal?
Oh my gosh.
I said that to say Coda Von Hokovich is a star. He's amazing. It's like seeing Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle when they was 14, 15 coming up in the ranks. I mean, I didn't see that. I personally didn't see that, but people that seen it, that boy, if I had Coda's pen in his mind, I would be so. I would
the
be
material and his ability to deliver material. He's kind of like a talking Frank Sinatra.
Yeah,
he's got so much class.
And we talk often. I actually took him to Atlanta with me. And the boy is amazing. Like you said, Frank Sinatra. He gives me like, what is that comedian out of Vegas? What is his? Andrew Dice Clay.
Really?
He wears suits on stage, so he kind of give me that. I love the Vegas vibe. He's a star. He's a star. Like I endorse him. I support him, and I don't want nothing from him, but for him to just reach his highest level of his potential. He's gonna be one of the ones. It's like he's gonna be one of the ones that come out of Vegas. Like God damn,
yes,
it's him. So
I
just had to give him his roses.
if I could interview him. I think he's going to be a star too, and not just because he's going to be a star, but there's, when you meet people, they have a story that you want. Like he's been through things.
Yeah, and that's where tragedy caused funny. Funny people, happy face, sad face. You know what I mean? If I wasn't laughing like this, I'd probably end up being in a corner crying. So that's my therapy. So he definitely been through a story. I'm not going to tell his story. Please, I'm gonna send your contact to him. Please, that's a dope interview. He is amazing. I endorse that boy.
Thank you. What's the next thing you're gonna do besides the release of your album, Benny Pitts, from Pawn to a King? Is that
good? Benny Pitts, Pawn turns king.
Pawn turns king. Okay.
I'm probably going to be excited it comes out, and I'm probably going to overdose on drugs. No, I'm just joking. Can't believe it. My mom would kill me if she saw this. By the way, I don't do drugs. I have ADHD. Everybody thinks I do drugs. I don't do no drugs. But I sip wine. But everybody, because I'm so upbeat and I have ADHD and I'm always walking out, that's just me trying to get my mind right before I get on stage. I don't endorse drugs at all. Stay away from drugs, kids. Unless it's sativa weed from the dispensary.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've seen a lot of comics really, like I was with Harvey's Comedy Club in Portland, Oregon. Mm-hmm. And I saw a lot of top comedians ruin their careers by, imbibing in substances and just, like wrecking their sets.
Yeah. I will say this. I take that from my dad. He was a man of pride. I pride myself in being a man of pride, just like him. He always told me to stay away from drugs, and that's drugs taboo to me. And I'm not knocking anybody. It's something I don't do. It's a no-no.
Hey, if you can handle it, strong.
If you're that strong, I'm not that strong.
Me neither.
I'll be back. This is me normal. Imagine me on cocaine. I would be crazy. I'd be like the Black Chris Farley.
So who is your favorite? You can only have one. Living or dead. Who is it?
Oh my God. One. Okay. So if I was to have one, it would be twins. It would be Cat Williams and Kevin Hart.
Wow, those are good choices.
I see through their lenses.
Wow.
You know, I'm a short guy, big heart, a lot of personality. I see Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, the rebel, the women that I see through their lenses. So I get it. I get them. There's somebody. I feel like if somebody walk in the room, it's our souls connect. You know what I mean? In a way, because I get it. It's like when I saw Kev. I was 22 years old and I was working the CNA job, and I never forget watching Seriously Funny, and Kevin Hart was wearing that black leather jacket, and he was talking about Shaq, and he was talking. At that moment, I said, that's it. And I saw Pimp Chronicles, and once again, Cat looking like a leprechaun, the big green suit, and I saw me. So you said pick one, and Benny got to be Benny. I'm gonna pick two. You deserve a Klondike bar, like my dad.
My favorite comedian female living is Wendy Liebman.
Wendy Liebman. I'm not sure if I'm hip to her. Let me.
She's Jewish, and she's heavy on wordplay and like pregnant pauses and then the twist in the wordplay. And I know wordplay and puns are like the amoeba level of comedy, but she does it so well. It's hysterical.
But what's really the immediate the big word you just said?
Amoeba, like the lowest hanging fruit that there is.
I don't believe it. I think anybody that has the courage to get up there and touch the mic is beautiful. From Linda Smith to Dave Chappelle, it's beautiful. So I don't think any level is that. Not our people. Not everybody can do that. Yeah. Not everybody can do that. And if you have the courage to get up there, I don't care if you at the lowest or the highest level. Anybody that get up there and touch the mic and brave enough, I don't care. I salute you. So I don't. If the wordplay is her style, that's her style.
She does it really well. A lot of people don't respect it because it is close to being pun oriented, but she does it so well.
Who gives a fuck? Excuse my language, but who gives a fuck? I mean, George Wallace is the king, and he tell one-liners.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying his whole set is one-line. Do what makes you happy. I don't care what they respect. Benny gonna be Benny.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. What would you like to say to people in the closing moments? You can have all the time you want to talk to the masses.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I just got excited because this is an amazing podcast and interview. I have fun every time I come over here, and thank you for giving me a platform, Linda. I really appreciate you. I got so much love for you. So sweet.
You're back to you tenfold, man.
Yeah, if I met you probably 40 years ago, I probably would have blew your back out.
You know where I can get a DeLorean?
Is that furniture? I told you I went to a church homeschool, so all these big words you're using, I'm like, oh, okay.
A DeLorean is the car in Back to the Future where they time travel.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, we'll probably meet in the next life. I probably do drugs in the next life. So let's get fucked up and just go for it. But you asked me a question, and I'm gonna do my closing. The question you asked me is, what's next? So I'm dropping my first comedy album, Being Benny, The Pawn Turned King, August 27th. After that, I'm going on Benny and Friends tour. Yeah. We got so many dates. Miami, we have, I can't name all the dates. I can't remember, but we're booked all the way up till December. I just officially 8 years of doing the comedy. I didn't announce it yet, but I'm announcing it right here on your show. I have my own weekend in Atlanta called Benny and Friends Weekend, September 24th to the 26th. So I'm gonna do my annual Benny and Friends Comedy and Music Festival in Atlanta from the 24th to the 26th.
Yes.
And I got some killer names on there, and that's what we're doing. We're gonna tour a little bit. We're gonna get the Benny and Friends, pipe in the Benny and Friends Weekend, and I'm gonna rest in December.
Well, wherever you go, you bring a hurricane of fun. I mean,
Man, thank
the
you.
room explodes and the explosion doesn't stop. It's like you're the nymphomaniac of comedy. Okay. That's your name.
I like that. I like that.
There
You
you
know,
go.
growing up, they used to call me the so it's like a Bible term. They used to call me the king of carnality. I don't know. So all the teachers and the sisters in the church were like, "Oh my God, he's so carnal," and that what means is like I'm silly. You know what I mean? I think everything is funny because I used to go in there, we used to rap, we used to dance, and I never stopped. And I do say this: I pray I never lose that. I pray I never lose that wit, that fun. I'm the fun size Fresh Prince. I think that makes Benny Benny. You know what I'm saying? You said I could say anything to the masses. Man, be good to one another. Love on each other. You know what I'm saying? Life is short. Man, chase your dreams. Pray.
Don't
And,
hold each other back.
Don't hold. Listen, Linda. When you shine, I shine. I don't want nothing that's for you. I want everything that's for me. And man, live life with no regrets. And you know, man, just live life. You know, every day ain't a good day. Every day I smile a lot. I have issues just like everybody else. You know what I mean? But you know, I just try to make the best out of every situation and just, you know, live life. Don't let life live you. You dig?
Ooh, I like that.
Yep. Yeah. My uncle was a pimp, so I got all the sayings from him. You know, he used to like white women. So he go, if it ain't snowing, I ain't going. You know what I mean? Put paint where it ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Whatever's clever. Sometimes I used to say stuff I didn't even understand. Sometimes you just got to leave it to Beaver. I said, well, if I leave it to Beaver, I thought I was supposed to give my problems to God. Man, live life. Don't let life live you.
I love that. Yeah. Well, you've been a doll to come on here and take your time, and I have so admired.
Man, thank you.
And I got
thank you so much.
All to myself today.
Yeah, you did. So do you have the DeLorean so we can get down after the show?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get that DeLorean and we're gonna put it to good use.
Yeah. Linda, I want to say this. Thank you so much. You this platform you have is so dope and I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me a platform. I don't take anything for granted. From the bottom of my heart. I love you too. Thank you so much.
I love doing this. I think comedians need to be heard. Yeah,
we do. And Linda, we're gonna do something. Keep working on that 5 minutes, and I'm gonna have you on one of my Sin City Sundays. Okay.
All righty.
It sounds good.
That sounds great. Thank you, Benny. I love you.
All right, baby. Love you too, baby. Have a great day. Bye.
You too.